Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Legal Scrutiny. Today we'll be discussing reopening of schools and colleges and examination during COVID-19 pandemic. In my introduction video, I had promised that our opening video of this YouTube channel will be on constitutionality of Citizenship Amendment Act, but then certain recent circumstances have necessitated me to do this particular video tonight. Before going to the core arguments, I'll give you a brief context. So the Constitution of India is the supreme governing document of this land. The Constitution of India envisages to establish a polity which is guided by constitutional values. It delegates its function to judiciary, executive and legislature, three organs of state. Now legislature makes law, executive implements the law and judiciary interprets the constitution and the law. So judiciary is basically the interpreter of constitution and guarantor of constitutionalism in this land. It is for the judiciary to see that this constitutional machineries, executive or the legislature, in discharging their constitutional duties must not cross the constitutional limits that has been prescribed by the Constitution of India. And if they in case do so, judicially invokes judicial review and nullifies such state actions. Now, Article 13 of Indian Constitution, which is the principal source for judicial review, mandates that state actions must not violate the fundamental rights which are guaranteed under Part 3 of Indian Constitution. Now, Part 3 of Indian Constitution includes certain significant fundamental rights, including right to equality under Article 14. Now, the equality jurisprudence under Indian Constitution has been advanced significantly in recent past through various Supreme Court and High Court judgments. One such example is disparate impact doctrine. His Lordship Justice Chandrachud in Navtej Singh Johar versus Union of India placed his reliance upon one Canadian Supreme Court judgment and a South African Supreme Court judgment, and he read this particular doctrine within the scheme of equality jurisprudence of Indian Constitution. This doctrine basically suggests that an adverse impact of a standard which is neutral on its face and non-discriminatory by its intention, but nonetheless can have a disproportionate impact on an individual having disability. So therefore, and that is also an equal case of violation of equality under Indian Constitution. A particular guideline dated 27th May 2020 by Bar Council of India, which has directed the law universities to conduct examination right within 1 month of reopening for the intermediate semester students, and they can be promoted provisionally to the next academic year. And for the purpose of examination after reopening of colleges, there is no specific notification or order from the central government or state governments for that matter. So now what is essential that we need to understand that this particular idea of conducting examination might appear to be very neutral on its face because it's a requirement which is to be fulfilled by all the students. But then it's only when you investigate a little deep into it you realize that it's the students from the lower economic section who did not have financial ability to afford internet or smartphone or laptop, is a student who were located in remote location where they did not have internet connectivity. They are going to be hit disproportionately. It's them who are going to be impacted adversely by this particular idea of conducting examination, and therefore it's a clear case of violation of equality. And I have heard proposals that the authorities might conduct classes for 1 month and after that they might conduct examination. So let me tell you, I as a law student, I write 5 honors papers in a given semester. My seniors are writing 6 honors papers in a given semester. So if at all they make an attempt to conduct classes for say 25 days or 30 days, we would hardly get 5 to 6 days, not even 5 to 6 days for each subject. And it is humanly impossible for prepare for an honors paper in 4 or 5 days or 6 days. So therefore it's completely irrational, it's manifestly arbitrary and it's blatantly illegal to even think of conducting examination after reopening of colleges. Now coming to the issue of reopening of schools and colleges. Now mostly colleges and universities they accommodate students from different parts of the country. Like I'm a law student from West Bengal and I'm studying in Karnataka. So the moment the authorities decide to reopen schools and colleges, the students would be compelled to travel, and they would be traveling from their hometown to the schools and colleges, their particular hostels and other accommodation arrangement. Some of the universities and colleges are residential in nature, where again the students would be compelled to stay with students from different parts of the country who also would be traveling and coming down to the hostel to attend the classes. Now economic sustainability is required That is why lockdown has been relaxed and certain economic activities have been permitted. I understand. But then only to run an academic calendar, a crucial right like right to life of the students cannot be jeopardized. I believe fundamental rights can be definitely limited, but only with the adherence and compliance with the doctrine of proportionality. Article 21 protects right to life of every individual, including students. And this is a so crucial fundamental right under Indian Constitution that it cannot be suspended even during emergency. So therefore, this right cannot be suspended only to run an academic calendar. I mean, the health and safety of students cannot be compromised only to achieve an objective which is not proportional to the limitation. And therefore, I believe that reopening of schools and colleges without inventing a particular vaccine until the vaccine is invented, or until the COVID cases are, if not zero, at least near to zero in our country, that would be like completely irrational and completely arbitrary. Thank you.